you how you treat me. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up. It look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Drown out my problems. Let me. When up and it's magic. With the gang, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Not a day in my life, long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life, as long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Ay, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for the taking.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Seattle. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 25 on second down, Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go, yellow, yellow, yellow. 54.
To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Yeah, I got you.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackle made by Emerson Griffin.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got it. 14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. 3rd down here.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st down, Procise. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard, Wilson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the gun, Wilson. And he's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A first down throw for Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Final play of the half. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they get the score with the clock at all zeros. Now, are they gutsy here in the second quarter and go for 2?
I think they go ahead and kick the ball through the post. Down 1 at that stage. Yeah, I know. No guts, no glory, right? But I think they kick it through the post. They'll feel like they're tied. They'll feel like it's an even game.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
They're running it. Right there. 54.
Throwing. Cousins. Going to let it fly for Rudolph. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Cut.
Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Tyler Lockett, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 69 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes this a 9-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They run, Cook. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Listen to me. 54.
To throw is Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd and 2. Lockett escaping the pressure right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And an alley to run. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 30.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge